Exactly 1 week ago, we picked up this WRX. It's a gray sedan, it's in excellent condition, and then only 2 days later, we picked up this WRX. It is a one-owner hatchback, slightly cooler than the sedan in my opinion. Some people like the sedans. I personally like the hatch. Also, the one-owner aspect is pretty cool. Last night, I picked up another WRX, which is this one on the trailer. I didn't even get to unload it yet, but this is also a hatchback, which I personally love, and it has a lot of fun mods. I know for a fact that I am the third owner of this WRX. The front mount intercooler pretty much just tells you everything you need to know. This thing is pushing some power, or was pushing some power, and has a lot of fun mods to it. It even has a Cobb turbo in it, which is pretty cool. So now we have 3 WRXs, which are unique and cool in their own way. This one's bone stock, this one's got a couple light mods and is extremely clean. This one has all the right fun mods to have all the fun you'd ever want in a WRX. So they all serve their own purpose. Each WRX does have its own uniqueness. Which one are we gonna keep? I don't freaking know, because there's no reason why I need 3 WRXs. I need 1, if that. I do not need 3. So we are going to sell off 2 of them. I think I'm leaning towards keeping the one owner one. The one owner aspect is really getting to me, and we can just take the mods off of this WRX, off of that WRX, throw it onto the blue WRX. I'm not really sure exactly what we're going to do with these cars after we're done. I did talk about in the last video how I wanted to do a car giveaway this year and also rebuild a car. Funny enough, we are going to have to rebuild these cars, and we might just do a giveaway. So we might just cross off like 2 things off our vision board, and I didn't even think about it. All these cars kind of just fell into my lap, and we're here now. But let's go ahead and get this thing taken off of the trailer. I do want to start it and see how bad it is. I think this one has the least blown motor, if that makes any sense. All of these have blown motors, by the way. Each one of these WRXs has a blown motor. I do have 2 motors on the way to my house. I think 1 is going to get delivered today, but if I'm not mistaken, this one has the least blown motor, meaning, you know what, I'm just gonna start it up and show you guys. All right, which one is the sedan? Right here, baby. When I first got this car, the battery was completely dead. I've had the battery tender / charger hooked onto it for a couple of days, so it should start up. That's pretty blown. So like I said, this one is the least blown up one. This one doesn't even start. I do have to get this thing unhooked off the trailer, but this actually drove up the trailer. It literally doesn't even sound like it's blown up. No knocking, no nothing, which is, wait a minute. Is this thing blown up? It's not making any noises. I'm actually confused. Is this thing blown up or not? Did I just buy like a perfect WRX? I'll just keep this one if it's not blown up. Interesting. This thing does have a Cobb access port, so let's check out if the Cobb is reading any knocking. No knock yet. I thought I bought a blown up car. You guys can see that there is just 0 knock. So now I'm confused. Did I buy a blown up car or not? I guess I'm gonna let this thing warm up for a little bit. Oh, and a half tank of gas. Damn, in this economy. This thing's actually very, very clean on the inside too, which kind of borderline. I want to keep this car. Also, it's not even knocking, which I bought this car being told it was blown up. I drove it up the trailer. This was also the fastest car I've ever bought, in the sense of not that it's fast as in horsepower, but fast as in when I purchased it. I had my truck and trailer hooked up at work. I actually left work early, drove all the way up to this guy. When I pulled up to this guy's house, you could tell that it was gonna thunderstorm at any minute. So I literally did like a quick walk around on the car, like a legit walk around, gave him the cash, he gave me the title, and then I was on my way. So I just drove this thing right up onto the trailer. Didn't even really look much into it at all, actually. From the moment that I got there to when I purchased the car, it was like 5 minutes. So this is easily, in that sense, the fastest car I've ever purchased. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not disappointed, but I thought I bought a blown up car and it doesn't sound like it's blown up right now. This clutch is so ridiculously heavy. Oh my God. Okay, giving it some gas, still no knocking. All right, so now we're driving. I mean, I'm not giving it crazy gas or anything, but still no knock. That is, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, if this thing is not knocking, I won't be mad. This thing doesn't have plates on it yet, so let's not drive too far, but. Okay. There is no knock. It is making a weird noise, but it's not knocking. What? Am I like, did I just get super, super lucky? Am I like the luckiest guy in the world? Bro, I gotta play the lottery. It is making a weird noise. I will say that. It's not sounding like it's something motor related. It's sounding like it could be like a belt or like something rotational that's making a noise. Dude, okay, I'm not gonna go too far. Let's try giving it a little sauce. No. Bro, no knock. There is no knock. Bro, what? For reference, this is also the cheapest WRX I bought. Out of the other ones in my yard, those costed more because they were stock for the most part. And then one was a one owner. I mean, of course, a one owner is gonna be worth some money. This was the cheapest one because it was like modified and stuff like that. But I mean, bro, no knock. And it's the cheapest one I bought? Are we joking right now? Now I'm also curious about something else because the guy I bought it from told me that it was knocking, but also the fuel injector was leaking. Now I'm curious to see if the fuel injector is even leaking. I should be able to smell it. I mean, that's like what my gut is telling me. I don't smell anything, that's for sure. Look at that itty bitty little Cobb turbo back there. Okay, so it's not knocking. I'm gonna check the oil. Gonna make sure this thing has oil. Like I said, this is the fastest car I've ever bought in terms of I bought this car within 5 minutes. The truck and trailer was already hooked up, but I had the ramps ready to go and everything before this guy even came out of the house. So from the moment I met this guy till this car was on the trailer ready to go was like 5 minutes. It's absolutely insane how fast we bought this thing. I paid it no mind and somehow we just got so lucky with this thing. Like I said, when this thing is under load, I certainly hear something. I'm curious to see if it's maybe one of the pulleys or the belt. I'm actually like insanely stoked about this. This is awesome. I definitely went ahead and just registered the car so that way we can drive it on the street. I want to put this thing into boost and actually put it under load to see if it will knock or not, because right now I am curious. I want to get too ahead of myself and say that it's not knocking when it really is. So let's actually go into boost. It smells good in this, doesn't it? All right, I went into boost a little bit. No knocking. No knocking. Like, are we joking right now? Bro, let's go to the store. I'm gonna play the lotto because I think I'm just like the luckiest person right now. I'm not even kidding. We'll go for another like little, you know, now that thing is registered, we'll go for a little quick drive. I'm like staring at the knock thing. Do you hear something? I don't know if the camera will pick that up. It sounds like it could be something loose or just a blown out gasket. This was the best sign ever when I bought it. Motul, baby. So you know he put the good stuff. Yeah, it has a brand new thing of Motul.
Oh shit.
Right? I did read the Cobb. The Cobb said that we hit 13 pounds of boost, which I really don't think we hit. I have a feeling that there's a boost leak somewhere, and I think that might be the cause of the sound. I have to look everything over. Clearly, somebody put a front mount intercooler in here. They messed with something. That could be the rattling.
Oh.
Look. That's what it sounded like. I was legitimately going to pull the motor out of this car today. We're probably not going to pull the motor out of this car. We'll probably pull it out of the blue car. The sedan is pounding. That thing is for sure knocking. The goal is to pull out one of these motors today. But before we do that, I do want to just check out underneath this one. I have a feeling there's probably like a really just dumb boost leak. And I just want to see underneath that car. Amanda already stalled. I do a safety check. I'm not a big fan of the single tip. I do like the dual. I feel like there's 2 holes in the bumper, so you need 2 exhaust tips, but let's look at the coilovers. Ooh, the coilovers have seen better days. That is super, super rusty. Resonator, and then I believe, yep, he would say that there is a catted downpipe, which is, it's pretty rare to find, honestly. That's why this car doesn't sound obnoxious. Here we are underneath the front of the car. It is missing the undershield, which I'll probably just have to order one. Oh my God, this intercooler is fat. I wonder how much power this thing was pushing. I mean, I think he said something around 350, but I don't remember exactly what it was. But yeah, oh my God, That is a very big intercooler. Seeing everything directly underneath of the car, not seeing anything that looks concerning right now. I'm just trying to see if maybe the intercooler was leaking some boost. Like I said, there's definitely a boost leak going on here somewhere. This did not feel like 13 pounds of boost, and there is some rattling going on. So I have to figure out what exactly is rattling, but looking underneath the car for the first time, everything looks pretty good. Nothing's concerning. So I think that's definitely a W purchase. Do you want to drive it a little bit more before I can confidently say that there is no knock? But so far, man, I am so freaking happy with this purchase. I'm probably gonna start building this one, honestly. We have the BRZ, which is, it looks really cool, but I don't really drive it as much as I should. And then if I build something like this, I could just drive the absolute piss out of it. I could fit the homies back there and just fit all the luggage I'd ever want. Nothing of concern found on the hatch. The next thing to do is start the blue car. I've never started the blue car. I want to see what it sounds like. I don't know exactly which car we're going to start working on today, but both the hatch and the sedan, not this hatch, the blue hatch and the sedan both need motors. So one of these cars is gonna get the motor pulled today. Okay, there's that one. There's that one. Let's hope the battery is charged up a little bit. I've had the tender on there for some time now. Let's give her a shot. Yeah, for a one owner, this thing is freaking beat, bro. Yeah, completely dead. Could be dead, or this motor could just be seized. I'm not quite sure. For a second, I was having some confidence that maybe this wasn't blown, just like that WRX, but I was looking around and this just caught my eye. Look at that. That is a hole on the side of the block, brother. Okay, so this thing is definitely blown. This is the one owner WRX. It is dirty. It looks like it's been neglected for a very long time. The inside needs a lot of love. I did purchase this from the original owner from 2013, so I feel like that's pretty rare. That's pretty cool. So let's start working on this one today. I'm gonna start pulling the motor off of this one. This is bone stock, so should be pretty easy. As you guys just saw, motor is now delivered. And the one thing I hate having to do is just work around things. So we gotta throw this motor into a car ASAP because I hate this pallet just being in the middle of the garage taking up space. We already had to kick the BRZ out. The BRZ is sitting outside now. The BRZ needs to be back in here. So this motor has to get into a car this weekend. Gray one or blue one? Which one should we do first?
Blue.
Okay, sounds good. She doesn't know that, but I was already gonna do blue anyway. What?
Piece of evidence.
Oh shit, yo, are you a mechanic? Oh, alrighty, well, we have got some work ahead of us today. So the goal for tonight is to make sure that this car is no longer on the lift because we do need the lift for a different car tonight. We got a lot going on this weekend, but I need to hurry up and get this motor out of the car. This honestly shouldn't be too bad. I'm pretty sure I've never pulled this exact motor out before, so should be pretty exciting. Obviously, we gotta do the basics, drain the fluids, pull off everything, all that good stuff. Shouldn't take too long. It is currently 1:46 p.m. Let's see how long it's gonna take to pull this motor out.